1. You are clear to engage. All right. What? Just edit that out. Just edit that out. You are clear to engage. Oh, that's cringe. No, don't even put that in there.
For the love of God,
don't put that in there. Okay.
Leave this all in there.
I might,
if you do this, you're real trash.
Just do it right this time.
Okay, fine. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to episode 15, season 2, episode 3 or 4 of the Going
Season
Dark
3?
or episode, not season. Season 2, episode 2 or episode 3 or 4. I can't remember. Gosh dang, this is already a train wreck. Welcome to the damn show. We're back.
Hi.
We are back in our temporary, well, not back. We are currently in our temporary home until we can find a new home. Our good friend, Wildcat Airsoft.
Our foster daddy.
Our sugar daddy right now.
Sugar daddy.
He is letting us use our place because Ray got evicted from his apartment.
Evicted?
No, I didn't get evicted.
That's not...
Ray moved, and so we currently don't have a studio right now. So, luckily, Cody was nice enough, him and his significant other, they were nice enough to let us come and do a little bit of recording. So, Cody's in today.
Yay.
How are you doing, Cody?
I'm doing good.
How was that Gate Titan treating you?
Oh, dude, it's a game changer.
It seems that it's
sure.
From you shooting it, it seems a whole lot like my ASR, but with all the tunability features.
Yeah, it's if you get the advanced setup, which costs a little bit more than the basic one, they're not too bad. The advanced setup I purchased for about $145, and it just totally tunes up your AEG. It just turns it all basically into like an HPA with like all the customization.
We gotta talk about this later for sure.
Yeah.
Like trigger response you can set.
It just sounds different too.
Oh, it sounds so good.
You didn't do anything else to the gearbox. You just put that Titan in there, right?
No, it's just a Crytek Gearbox with a Gate Titan, and then even the M120 spring, like nothing.
Oh, I'm gonna have such a badass DMR once I get that. All right, we gotta talk about this later.
But we also have my luscious co-host with the most amazing hair and facial hair. He just whipped it back and forth. Ray, how are you doing, Ray?
Terrible as always.
Hey, me too.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm doing terrible.
Sure you are.
I got friend zoned again, so I am doing pretty terrible.
Oh.
That's...
So,
continue.
Yeah. But you know what? We're doing a show today, so I'm happy. I'm so excited to do another show. It's been a long 2 weeks with a lot of stuff coming up, so sadly we didn't get 2 episodes out in February, but we'll get 2 episodes out in March.
Sure.
Hopefully. Hopefully. But anyways, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about Cody's new MOSFET and how his YouTube channel is doing. We're also going to rank AEG and gas manufacturers in a tier list. We're a little late to the tier list game, but we thought it'd be fun to do anyway, so we're going to do that too tonight.
Why not?
Yeah. If you want to be on the show, or if you want to send us hate mail, you can contact us at goingdarkairsoft@gmail.com. You can also hit us up at Facebook at Going Dark Airsoft Podcast and on Instagram at Going Dark Airsoft Podcast. We're most active on Instagram, so you can find me there lurking in the DMs. So yeah, contact us if you want to come on the show, and we'll probably have you on.
More than welcome to have you guys on.
More than welcome to have you on, because it helps us. But yeah, so Cody, that Titan, how much did it cost you?
Yes, please.
It was $145, and I think the basic version runs you around like 60 or 80. I can't remember.
And that's something that would be more along the lines of your Spectrum, right? The basic.
I think the ASR is like sub basic. It's just like a trigger and like battery flow upgrade. And I really think that's about. It's like the most basic of basic.
I mean, it feels really nice.
But it feels.
That trigger pull on your Specna is crisp.
But it also comes with a different gearbox.
I guess that's true. But that Titan,
Yeah, it's
nice.
It makes me want to do things, man.
When you get the advanced version, it comes with like pre-cocking features, and that's what kind of gives it that like really snappiness to it, and
those crisp shots.
Yeah, instantaneous trigger pulls.
If we would have known about this when we did our AEG versus HPA show, man, it would have changed the game. That's for sure.
I was going full blown towards HPA, and then I shot one of these as actually Demi's, and I just took like just a couple shots with it, and I was like, oh, I need one of these, and I had it the next week.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get paid and like
feel it. And
I'm gonna get paid tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna be doing that. So
yes, the Specna has an Orion gearbox. That's what and the Gate X ASR 4th gen MOSFET. I just looked up the specs.
That's gonna be. It's gonna be nice.
The Titan actually replaces like your trigger connect.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it, right? Because it turns into like a laser trigger.
Totally optical, so it's just got little optical sensors in there.
That's sick.
And it gives you all those like trigger customization options, like different like points of like where it'll fire, and it turns your selector even optical, and it also has sensors that detect where your like sector gear is at.
That's so cool.
So that's how it knows like how to pre-cock and whatnot.
I need to talk to you a little bit more about what Brandon has done for you.
Yeah,
regarding that.
It was elaborate for the Crytek, because the Crytek Gearbox, you had to do a lot of grinding to get it to fit in there. So I really don't know. I really wouldn't know until we like cracked the gearbox and saw like what if it'll just fit in like it does on their. They show videos of them installing it on HK416s. You know, the Umarex HK416s. And it goes in easy. I watched that video and I was like, oh, no problem, I can do this.
And then you did it and you're like, it's
and
not fitting.
I ran into all the issues that apparently, if you look into forums about it, are well known, and I didn't think about doing that. So,
well,
I think the coolest thing for me is you just had that thing plugged into your phone. And you were able to program that through your phone.
Yeah, the version I got came with the USB link, and it's kind of funny. They kind of actually push you towards just using the phone app rather than connecting it to like a computer, because the USB link, funny enough, like didn't come with a USB port. It came with the straight to USB-C. Never mind. I'm stupid. It goes from the port that goes to the Dean's connector in the gun, and then you plug that in with the USB-C, in my case, to your phone.
Does it change your connection to Dean's?
Yes. You
Beautiful.
They only do Dean's. It comes wired.
So you're telling me that all my batteries will be effectively completely useless.
Yeah, but you can actually take them to Cody at SkyRC.
Oh, and he'll convert them?
For a fee, he will solder on...
how much?
I don't know.
Or you can just have me do it.
Oh yeah, I can just have you do it.
I tried doing it, and it's I'm not good at soldering, so
he's done it enough.
I've done it on all my all my RC cars and all my guns.
Oh yeah,
so
you probably know then.
Not too bad, but when I got that Specna and I opened the stock up,
and you're like, that's a Dean's?
There is a Dean's already on it. I was like, thank the maker.
You just about came.
I did. Well, I creamed my pants right there in the parking lot of 801 Airsoft. It was amazing. It was so good I had to make an Instagram post about it. You know, I'm kind of curious now with seeing that it just plugs into the Dean. I wonder if we were to take my Specna over here and plug it in to this tuner that
no, it probably has some app restrictions. Like, there's probably some restrictions.
It would be really funny.
I don't know. Maybe there might be something.
Here's my work.
That's pretty clean.
Yeah, it's not bad. That was like my third attempt after it like broke twice.
You haven't seen
but
the shit
I haven't
that
used
I've done.
this because the battery's puffing.
Oh yeah, don't use it.
And it wasn't holding a charge, so...
Puffy lipos. Danger. You might die if you do that.
No, we'll be fine.
Might lose your house. Hey, you should pop it.
I don't know what to do with that.
Hey, is this it?
I gotta get rid of it.
You should just give it to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and say, hey, poke it. It's fine.
Yes.
And just see what happens. Just give them a knife and say, hey, Poke this.
No. This isn't Jackass, dude.
Oh, they have Dude, they have a
I'm Cole, and
programming
welcome to
card.
Jackass. Today I'm going to stab a puffy lipo battery.
Poke a puppy light.
They actually have
Yeah.
a programming card that you can change
On
if
the
you
fly.
don't. Yeah, on the fly if you don't want to take out your phone or anything.
Yup.
It's literally like a little touchpad. That's sick.
They also have a Bluetooth link
Oh, I've seen that before.
that you can just. I
Very
think
nice.
it stays in the gun too. I
That's
could be
so
wrong.
cool.
But
Do you know what the ultimate setup would honestly be? I don't know if it would work because it kind of already is pre-integrated, but a brushless setup inside the gun with that gate MOSFET.
You're really into that brushless.
Dude, I'm an RC guy, and brushless is the way to go. I don't know why Airsoft is so far behind, because I was looking at it. I mean, you and I were looking at them.
Yeah,
and
we
you
were.
can pre-tune the brushless motors.
Yep.
Like, you don't need a MOSFET.
I think it's a really good
Because they
idea.
have a, I want to say ESC, but ESC doesn't work because it's not doing anything.
Mhm.
But it has like a little chip, and you can program your motor.
That's not even
It's
bad.
pretty sweet.
So rear wired
conspiracy.
without the programming card is 146.
That's not a conspiracy. It's straight up better. They're more efficient. Your batteries will last longer.
No, I'm saying it's a conspiracy that they haven't adopted the technology.
Oh yeah, it is. Everybody's scared of it. Apparently, nobody's driven an RC car in the past.
I mean,
15
some
years.
shops have brushless. Like some online shops have brushless motors
Well,
for the.
that's what's going in the AK.
Yeah,
I need to get me.
yeah,
an
but it's like
AK.
a $300 battery.
Battery?
Yeah, it was like, or not battery. It was like a $300 or $200 motor.
I think it was a $200 motor, but
It was rough pricing for that.
shit, I don't care. It's going in it's going in the SEMA AK, dude. It's gonna be sick.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, I need a new hop up in that.
Oh, dude, but more about the Titan. Like, there's some crazy stuff too that you can actually use for it in Milsim type settings that
Oh,
I
really?
didn't even know about before I got it.
Explain yourself, boy.
You can set the ECU to limit you to 30 rounds.
Really?
Yeah, and then you have to
Whoa.
do a reload. And I can't remember what that was. I think you have to move the selector. You have to move the selector from your current position like all the way back and then move it back again. And then it'll fire another 30. And
cool.
That's interesting.
It's got some options like that. And it also has a sniper delay. So if you ran like a DMR platform with this, you can set it to shoot like only every like 1 second, every 3 seconds, every 5 seconds. You can have this like delay to simulate like report from a real rifle, you know, because say you have a 50 cal, you're not gonna just be, you know, shooting 30 rounds a second.
I don't know what you were talking about. I do that all the time in Call of Duty.
I mean, can we integrate that
Say
into
Call of Duty, you
CQB
don't-
games so I don't get spammed by some speed boy with this blade trigger?
No, you don't have hip fire perks and the patrol for.
That's one thing. That's one like aesthetic change that you get when you get the gate. It gives you a blade trigger.
Well, not necessarily.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't include
That's
the
a
trigger.
stock trigger.
Oh.
That's the one that was the Crytek. the
Ray
stock
wants a
Crytek
blade trigger though.
I do want a blade trigger.
I mean, I've seen that the Gate Titan best pairs with something like a max trigger or some tunable one, which Brandon has his set up with, and he has a really nice like what is it, featherweight trigger or whatever, you know, just you barely tap it and it's instantaneous.
That sounds
It's so
exactly what I want.
It's so nice.
Yeah, my
I
gotta
need to
get
talk to
one.
Brandon about that. See what
my buddy up north, Peyton at 801 Airsoft, has an upgraded Specna with the Gate Titan in it. He had me shoot it,
Oh.
and that sold me on the gun. That's what sold me as a
Now
shot.
you gotta
it
get
is.
the gate, dude. That'll
Yeah.
complete it.
146 next paycheck, dude.
Woo-wee.
Not even a joke.
I need
That's
to
gonna
start
be
going
sick.
more if I'm gonna invest anything else.
That's
I'm
kind of
gonna-
fair, but like, man, all I've done to that Crytek is the tracer unit and the spring.
Dang, we've reached the
Deserves
point in Airsoft where buying a nice pre-upgraded gun just leaves you hopeless.
Yeah.
Unless you want to convert it to HPA.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so good now. It's not like back in the old days when I got into it, and it's like you buy a JG, that piece of shit's gonna break. But you know, one thing that has remained constant in Airsoft all these years, or at least within the past 10 years, is A.P.S. is still a piece of shit. They were a piece of shit 7 years ago. They're a piece of shit now.
And what a great segue into our manufacturer tier list.
Yes. And so starting off, if we go alphabetical, I think A.P.S. is probably top of the list. And A.P.S.
It's actually not, but I mean,
it doesn't even have its own the F tier. It is in its own A.P.S. tier, a piece of shit tier.
Ah, yes. And you're writing down this tier list, right?
Yes, I am.
Of course you are. Well,
why not?
We can go ahead and continue from this point. We know our worst manufacturer, A.P.S. If you ever want to sponsor us,
for it.
Go for it. We'd appreciate getting a gun every week.
Yeah, we'd make A.P.S. go bankrupt because literally they'd break every day. That's why they're always on the discount section.
We're talking so much shit on them.
Yeah, but they deserve it until they can actually update their stuff.
Change our minds.
Yeah,
change our minds, A.P.S.
Prove me wrong, A.P.S. We will stop defaming you as soon as you actually give a shit.
I always embrace change.
Well, next one.
All
right, we have 6mm Pro Shop.
I think they're an A tier.
Hit or miss.
I would honestly say hit or miss with like
B tier,
a B or C tier. Honestly,
I got some crappy mags from them, but they were just basic.
Yeah, their mags are trash. Let's get that out of the way.
The M14 is pretty damn good though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It could use some upgrades because it's already a pre-upgraded model. That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, it was an ASG M14 pre-upgraded by 6mm Pro Shop.
Yeah.
So
did it come wired? LiPo ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just
I'd say
saying,
like a B tier.
B tier?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying because I just got one of their guns in the mystery box that I just ordered.
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
And it's like I don't know, it's an FAL variant, but it doesn't even look like an FAL like you guys said because it's got like key mod rails.
I mean, modernized FALs.
Yeah.
FAL DSW.
But it looks awesome, and no one else has a fucking FAL.
Nobody
so
runs a
super
FAL,
cool.
so let's be honest.
People see it and they're like, "What is that?"
Yeah, nobody runs a FAL, so it's pretty cool to see it.
And it's electric blowback, which is kind of cool. It makes a unique noise, more or less. It doesn't really do much more than that. You barely notice the slide moving. But dude, it shoots really good. It shoots lasers. Like I had to fix the hop up, but once that was fixed, like it's reaching out, and I'm pretty impressed with it. But it's not wired for LiPo.
Really?
So I'm kind of confused about that.
Is there a fuse box in it?
It's got a fuse.
Well, you can run LiPo if it's got a fuse box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can.
I mean,
that's what I've done.
I guess the fuse will just blow
hopefully. Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
I ran RC airplane or LiPos in my aim top M4. Had no issues.
I might
Crazy.
give that a shot then. I don't know. I don't got much to lose. I'm gonna gut it anyways.
Sure.
Yeah, moving on.
All right.
Next one, the ASG.
ASG
are. I don't know. I like ASG.
I would say that they're probably I would say they're between A tier and S tier, just because everything they make is solid. But they make a couple of really cool guns. They make the CZ805 and they make the Scorpion Evo. But besides that, I don't think they have a whole lot of guns that just stand out to me like, holy shit, that is awesome.
They're one of the only companies that make the AUG.
ASG makes an AUG?
ASG they're one of the only companies that make the AUG.
So, like, that's the thing, is they make guns that are different and they're really good, but that's about the only thing they have going for them.
I feel like they feel a little cheap, but never bad.
No, they don't.
I would say ASG is kind of like getting like a nice Toyota Corolla from like the early 2000s. You know it's gonna run.
No, I think it's something cooler. It's probably like a Civic SI, like a
no,
first-gen Civic SI.
That's SEMA. We'll talk about that.
No,
later.
no. That's different. SEMA's
the Toyota Corolla, dude.
Yeah, SEMA is the Toyota Corolla.
Nothing fancy, but you know it's gonna last.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You can do a lot to SEMA AKs, man.
Well, you can do a lot to a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, what's the Toyota pickup?
Yeah,
there we go. That's a cool.
It's basically a Tacoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it tumbles down a mountainside and keeps running.
If you didn't know this, we all like cars, so
yeah.
All right, so where would we put ASG?
I would say it's an A tier.
A tier?
I'd say because they've never made in my personal opinion, they've never made a bad gun that I've tried.
Oh, they just released that Accuracy International MK13.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's sick.
ASG released it?
Yeah, one of the guys was running that actually at the farm game.
That is pretty.
And it was shooting really nice until his mags got dirty, and then he was having feeding issues.
So ASG, if you're listening to this, you've released the Accuracy International MK13. Can we get an Accuracy International AS50, please? Thank you.
Sick. But yeah, I'd say ASG is
an A tier.
Is an A tier brand. It's a really good.
It is the upper echelon of A tier, though.
I'd say it's somewhere in the middle, but they're good.
All right, what's next?
Aim Top. I have no experience with Aim Top.
Aim Top is a solid B to C tier. I'll give it that. I've owned an Aim Top M4. It was my first legit AEG. It was really good for what it was worth, for how much we got it for. I got it through a Black Friday Go Airsoft box. I think it was like $150, but it was good for what it was. Actually, I'm going to say C tier, just because I hit it on a piece of rebar and sheared off the upper receiver. But besides that, it worked good, and now it's in a bag. So, Aim Top, C tier.
All right, fair. My first gun was a Tavor 21 by Ares. So
is Ares the next on the list, Ray?
Ares is not next on the list, but they'll come up soon.
Okay.
A&K.
A&K. I haven't had much work with A&K. Have you, Cody?
That's what my MK46 is.
It's an A&K?
Yeah, it was a A&K MK46. And from what I hear, their gearboxes are crap.
That's what I've heard.
But
I've had no experience.
It's a good donor body for an HPA.
That's what I've seen. They're the only company that makes like legit, like what are they called? LMGs. But they also have crap gearboxes, so maybe C tier.
By the looks of it, so they do make the ACR.
That is cool.
They're the one that makes like the mare's leg and stuff like that. Yeah, so they have a decent selection of guns, but
they make the Dragunov, they make PKMs.
But you can also get a SEMA Dragunov.
You could. I would say their parts are really good. Their actual mechanics are probably not good, and that's based on my minor experience.
Underpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I ran the electric gearbox for a few games, and
I remember that back when it was tan before you.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was okay.
Nothing
special.
Yeah,
C tier it is.
I was running off an 11.1 LiPo too, and it just felt a little sluggish.
I would say the next one is AW Customs, but AW Customs are just custom Letex.
Just custom Letex.
I mean, not that you guys are a bad brand.
No.
AWs, that's the only. It's like consistently one of the only companies I buy from when it comes to my sidearms. It's either that or I'm gonna build like Tokyo Maruis or something. You know?
All right.
Next we have. Sorry, I'm bringing up the next one that actually sells stuff consistently. Well, SEMA.
What about Ares?
Oh yeah, we can talk about Ares. I don't know why it's not up here. Maybe it's not labeled on something else.
That's weird. Yeah, Ares is good. They brought the Amoeba.
Yep, the Amoeba, great gun.
Great gun.
Never a bad gun. We have the Amoeba.
I'm still waiting on mine.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know I got one?
When did you buy one?
Along with the PPQ and the Vector.
Oh, you still haven't got that yet?
Yeah, I still haven't got that yet.
Oh, weird. You should message that guy or something.
Yeah, I should. I'll see him here in a couple months.
But yeah, the Amoebas, when those first came out, they rocked the beginning market.
But they only make M4s.
I mean,
and
they made the Tavor.
They're pretty damn good at it.
If you want a good TAR 21 from MW2, getting the Ares Tavor is real nice. But never work on the gun. Get a professional work on that. It's so different.
I think if you hold like an Ares Amoeba though, and then you hold a Crytek or something, it just it feels cheap comparatively.
Yeah.
Like they're usually polymer construction, aren't they?
Traditionally, yeah.
I feel like they're more of like a stepping stone brand.
Yeah.
But it bridges the gap.
In that regard,
yeah, it bridges the gap between you getting like a $150 M4 to you getting the $400 like Crytek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
a great start
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But there's
Not trashing it at all.
there's another stepping stone that we'll get to later that fits that, and
It fits it a little
definitely
better. I would say
rhymes with Schmeckna.
I would say that Ares is probably low A.
Maybe
It-
B tier.
Yeah, I'll give it a B tier. They make a great product, but from what I don't know, there's not a lot of creativity in them.
No, they don't.
But
they
it's-
stick to one platform.
It's not bad though. They know how to work that platform really well.
All right, next.
Yep. Cybergun.
Cybergun. I will give Cybergun a solid C tier
I'll give it a C tier.
because they make a lot of cool stuff, but none of their stuff is like top. I don't think anything they sell breaks like $250.
Yeah, they have the FAMAS and
Which is-
they have Jade and Scar. That's a great
Yeah,
gun.
that's true.
Like honestly, it's a good little
They
gun.
have a lot of good licensed guns. I had a Cybergun Colt M1911 Delta Elite, and that was my first airsoft gun. It was a Springer, but it's probably one of the sickest, like, most gnarly Springer pistols I've ever seen, and the build construction felt comparable to the nice AEGs I have now. But I'll give them a solid C tier.
They've really changed their kind of image because, like, way back in the day, I remember seeing Cybergun on all the really cheap
Oh yeah,
Springers that were in the crappy
For sure.
plastic packaging.
Yeah, they really did change what they did.
Yeah. Now I
and
mean,
they still make those, but they have a couple of cool ones. Like
Yeah.
the Scar is sick.
yeah.
Yep. Like there's
They've changed quality a bit.
yeah. I think they've changed for the better. That's for sure. And I don't know. They might if they continue on this path. They might do something real good.
Yeah.
Next one of.
Oh.
Whoa.
Less-
I'm sorry about that one. Next one, the one company that we circle jerk constantly,
What?
SEMA.
SEMA!
Yeah.
SEMA is an S tier. End of story.
Enough said.
Next
one.
SEMA.
The
Because why would you buy an AK from anybody else?
honestly, yeah. Let's be honest. You can do what
Like
you can
the
do whatever.
Taurus is sick, and so is
Give
the
give
LCT.
me give me a car that
But you are
it most
forking
represents.
out a
I
lot of
honestly
money.
think it represents the Honda Civic to its truest capacity.
Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, whatever.
Yeah.
The car that takes
Yeah.
the hits and keeps on rolling.
The car
Yeah.
that you can just mod the shit out of, and it's still cool.
It just works, man.
and it won't have any issues. So yeah, probably.
I don't
Honda
know
Civic.
about modding Honda Civics and Toyota Corollas. That's some
You
ricer.
put the case here.
Hey man, if you put like some decent
Put a
like
turbo, a cam, and an intake on a Civic, and those things will
Yep.
those things will go for sub 4 seconds, 0 to
Mhm.
60s. Anyways, all right. Moving
Echo
on.
1.
Echo 1. I feel like Echo 1's been stagnant for a while, but they've made some really cool stuff. But I have yet to really.
They've been in the game for a long
Yeah.
time.
They
Lucas
have.
has an Echo 1 G36 seat, and it still works.
They
so-
were brand new when I first began airsoft when I was like 13, 14 back in like the early 2000s. And I remember they were like the big brand on the scene back then.
Uh-huh.
And I think I actually had an Echo 1 M4 at one point. Or wait, I think it was the Echo. No, yeah, it was the Echo 1 M4.
But they also did something else really cool, and that was the minigun.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they were the first people to make the minigun.
Were they? I don't know. I really don't know.
'Cause I know Classic Army makes one, but I think it's just the first one that I ever saw was from Echo 1, and it was that way for a while. Before like the Classic
Yeah.
Army microgun came out.
Classic Army is older for sure, but I don't know. I can't remember them having one back in the day. I don't think there was a.
I don't think they
minigun.
have a minigun for. I don't think Classic Army has one, but they are a good brand.
It's a Classic Army microgun.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah. And I want to get one of those because it's only like $300.
I don't know. What do you say? Echo 1.
Get one. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool.
I have no experience, so I can't judge what Echo 1
what
does.
would you rank it, Cody?
Echo 1 is a B+.
It'd be okay.
Nice.
I'd say.
All right.
Because they've consistently been consistent.
All right. I mean,
All right. Yeah.
why not?
What's the next one, Ray?
Elite Force.
I'd say a solid C tier.
I don't know. They've been doing a lot
I'd
better
give them
recently.
a B.
Give him a B.
Yeah.
But what about the? I don't really want to get into it because I don't know the full story, but I heard there's a lot of shit going on with them right now with some of their people right now doing stupid things. I don't know. There's some sort of
HR aside.
Yeah.
Quality. I feel like they make quality like products like.
Plus, they're the only one with
BBs.
the Glock license.
This is true. All right. Well, what are we gonna give them?
B minus.
B minus. I give them a B minus.
Okay.
I think they've been
possible HR issues.
Possible HR. Yeah, I guess they have been doing a lot better as of the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
Because before, I remember that they only really sold like their primary market was like their BB guns, right?
Yeah. Well, it's also Elite Force is also Umarex at the same time. So.
Yeah, and then they made the Hater. That
Umarex used to be a cheap brand too, and now
Yeah.
it's quality.
Like they made the Hater revolver, which was a cheap, pretty decent revolver.
They have them at frickin' Ace hardware stores, like the one
yeah.
right down at the street now for $75, and I am so tempted every time I go in there.
It's a
Or
good
they're
little
good.
gun.
They're solid. Shadow Lord had one
Yeah.
last weekend, and it was.
They're not bad.
It's
not too
snappy and it hits hard, dude. I got shot in the butt and it stung.
I'd say after they made the Hater and they had like some pretty decent success with like a cheap revolver, they really started hitting home on their guns. And ever since I got the Glock license, it changed them, man.
All right. Next one.
EMG. Honestly,
EMG, they're just custom though.
yeah, they're just custom guns, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
I
just make
believe
custom
so.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a bike manufacturing
Yeah.
group or whatever. Yeah.
All right, then we'll skip them. Let's see here. We have
G and G.
G and G.
I think G and G is an A tier.
Yeah.
I think
love
I think it's a
G&G.
low A tier.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the
yeah.
best stepping stone guns that you can get because they're
wish they-
successful combat machine.
Yeah.
But everything that they make
Is
after that is just a better combat
Dude,
machine.
My problem is everything they make is polymer.
That is a problem, but their polymer's really good though.
I know, but
They're
I'd
one of the
rather,
only
I'd
companies that
rather
make
just
pink
have
guns.
Steel, dude.
Yeah. I agree, and I think that's why they should be limited to. I put them as an A tier, just barely.
They do have the Cobalt Kinetic license though,
That
which is
is
pretty
true.
sick.
Cobalt Kinetic rifle,
Dude,
and then they're
and the ARP9 is like iconic.
It's
at this
so
point.
Bro. Oh, I'm looking at their guns and this Femme Fatale looks
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Oh, the pink one.
No, dude, it's better.
I
Look
like
at
the pink one.
dude, look at that.
Oh yeah,
Look
with
at-
the purple rails.
It's more than a purple rail. It's like the cylinder rail.
and
It's
their new Striker 45 is pretty dang cool too.
I think they're low A because
Oh, the Striker
everything that they
45
make is just
cool.
a better G&G combat machine.
Well,
But you can't knock the combat machine.
Here's what I like the most. So the combat machine is a solid, reliable, dependable platform, and then they base everything off of that. So the ARP9 is
They
based off
do
of
feel very similar,
Yeah.
But they all use
regardless of what gun you have.
they all use interchangeable parts. Even the new SSG1,
Yeah.
everything's kind of built off of that same thing. So parts are plentiful, and being able to switch from one to another is plentiful too. So I like that. I like how they shared platform.
Mm-hmm.
All right, GMP.
GMP,
They don't do a whole lot.
they don't do a whole lot of guns. They're mostly parts, and they're good parts.
The one GMP I've seen, and it was Huntard's gun, Maggie, the Magpul M4, back when they had, back before whatever it's called. What are they calling it now? I can't remember. Jeez, like crap, I can't think of it now. Back when it was Magpul, before Magpul changed between Magpul proper and Magpul Airsoft stuff, which the name is escaping me right now. He
That
bought
reminds
one
me,
of those.
we should talk about Sig
Yeah.
Air too,
Yeah.
but later.
But it was one of the coolest guns I've ever seen, and it's a discontinued one now, but it was back in probably 2011, and it was the sickest gun I've ever seen. So probably B tier on GMP,
Honestly, fair.
because it's really good quality, but they don't do a whole lot.
All right.
All right.
King Arms. King
I
Arms.
haven't had much experience with King Arms.
I don't even think I've touched the King Arms, to be honest with you.
All right, we'll skip it since none of us know anything about it. So
Sorry.
we can't rank it.
Sorry, King Arms. What else? Well, Crytek.
Crytek's probably,
It's an S tier. Let's be
but
honest.
my catch, Crytek only makes 3 guns, and they're all the same gun.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Minus the Vector.
Yeah,
So they make
Vector-
the Vector, they make the M4, they make
Yeah.
their LMG, and what else do they make? They make
the
3 different
LMG is
variants
the
of the
same,
M4.
yeah.
basically.
I'd
Like-
say A tier.
But their guns are amazing.
Their guns are
You don't need
amazing.
to do anything to them.
Honestly, that's why I say it's an S tier. You just buy it and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to change
It's
anything
like-
on it if you don't want to.
It's like the Novrich rifle of the
Yeah.
AEG world. You just
Yes,
buy
you're
it
right.
and you're
You,
set.
yep, you buy it, you're set, and that's it. You
Pop
don't
an
need to change
11.1
anything.
lipo and you're good.
Perfect.
But their quick change spring system isn't.
It's not quick change.
It's not.
It's
quick
not
change.
very quick change.
I
It
feel
is.
like that
It is
holds it back.
very.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, right?
They
It's-
call it quick change.
It's very helpful. It is very good,
You basically.
but it's not a quick change.
yeah.
It
all
is
It
the
does,
It's an
most-
easy change.
It's an easy change. Thank
all
you.
it does is prevent you from having to crack the gearbox, but you have to
mean-
get all the way down to the gearbox.
But that's all you need, right? But like, no, for sure.
It's eliminating basically a small step.
Yeah, I agree. It's not the
don't know.
best. It's an easy change. It's not a quick change.
Let's put it as an A+ tier.
I'll give. All right, fine.
A
We
plus
can
tier?
come up to that compromise.
Okay.
It's an A+ tier. All right,
I think it's still the
KWA.
best.
I'd say A tier.
KWA is awesome.
KWA.
Aside
this-
from their proprietary
Yeah.
mags.
Yeah.
Well, that's what keeps it as an. No, we'll put it in B+. B+, because there's a lot of proprietary, and they did have a little bit of a lull in quality, but they've made some
Yeah.
of the sickest guns ever.
Yeah, they are the polar opposite of
A.P.S.
A.P.S.
Yeah.
where they make proprietary guns that are actually good.
Yeah.
Like they're simply good. They're simply
I love
good
my,
guns.
MP9. It's a KWA MP9.
I would
gas blowback.
kind of yeah, those are it's
So
a
sick.
good little gun. Like I would say that they are the Crytek of gas blowback.
Definitely.
Like you want a gas blowback that just works, go get yourself a KWA.
Yeah.
It's a good gun.
My Vector is probably one of the sickest guns I've ever owned, if not the sickest.
Oh God, you're so lucky to get that
So
off a
cool.
fucking deal.
So cool. What's next?
I was happy to get this guy. 'cause
Matrix.
Matrix. I would say a solid B-.
What has
plus?
Matrix made?
They're mostly just entry level.
Yeah, they
M4s.
mostly make entry level
I'd say
stuff.
almost C+. They're kind of like
Maybe they're just a C tier.
the cheap alternative.
They're cheap. They're all plastic. I mean, as long as they have a metal gearbox, you're kind of ready to
They
go.
do
But
have a metal gearbox.
yeah, but they're in that range of between like getting a Specna or an Ares, right?
it's like the $100 to $150 price point.
Yeah.
So
So if
honestly, they're pretty good for that price point.
yeah, they are. If you're not gonna get realistically, I'd recommend getting a SEMA AK instead. But you know, if you want the gun, Evike has sales on like a bunch of companies
The
actually have
Matrix
sales
ones
on
are
them.
always on sale though.
Yep.
Always.
They're not bad guns. If you want like a good base for something to upgrade as you go along. Sorry, the
Hello,
cat's
cat
in front of the
crossing.
microphone. Cat crossing.
Boomy, get off the table.
Oh, what a good baby.
Oh boy,
There's
don't
always
knock
got to
over
be a
our
cat
drinks.
interruption in the show, right?
Honestly, yeah. In some previous episodes, you'll hear my cat meow, and it's the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Boomy's just accepting the scratches right now.
accept the scratches.
But yeah, no, I would
All right,
say
Bubba, get your fat butt out of the way.
So C's get degrees and Matrix gets a degree. So
Yep.
it is a C.
I think we're good here.
All right.
We're passing Polar Star. We all know what they're doing.
PTS, that's what it is. That's what Magpul
Oh.
is now.
Yeah,
PTS.
it's their PTS thing.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Polar Star doesn't count because they just
It's a
make
engine,
gearbox,
or-
right?
Yeah, it's an engine. So is
Piece.
Lilacs and Prometheus. S&T.
S&T.
S&T. They make a lot of guns, but they're mostly there helping people make guns.
Yeah,
They
I
like
don't know
support a
anything
lot of
about
people.
S&T.
They mostly support Matrix. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah. No, like sincerely, like just look. They're the ones who help the sport line for
Okay.
Matrix.
Is it just like an upgrade shop though?
I think so. Honestly.
Okay, then I'm just not gonna do S&T.
I mean, they have made some guns on their own. Like they made a G36C. They made a PP19, like the Bison,
Yeah.
right? And I remember I have experience with that Bison, and it's sick.
Okay, so what would you rank them?
Probably like a B tier, honestly.
B tier?
It's a slightly better Matrix.
All right.
Maybe they have
S&T.
yet to reveal their hand.
S&T.
Yeah. They haven't done much, but what I have tried, it's like, you know, it's a solid gun if you don't want a SEMA for some odd reason.
Yeah.
I guess you can buy
Yeah.
yourself an AK from S&T. Sure.
All right.
Sig Air.
I haven't had much experience with Sig Air, but their P320 looks pretty sick.
I'm pretty happy that another real gun company has made a division for
Yeah, we
guns.
didn't mention that. Crytek is actually part of Chris International.
Yeah.
Bro, I want them to make a SIG MPX.
I believe they
Airsoft.
do.
They make a like a crappy Springer version.
No.
No, they make an AG.
Oh no,
Oh wait,
that's
am I
a
thinking
Springer.
the MP?
That's
I
a
don't know
Springer.
what I'm thinking about.
No, they don't make a real
They
MPX.
just released that one. Am I thinking of the right?
They
gun?
make some sick air guns though, like actual like BB guns.
Oh yeah, they do. I've seen those in like Cabela's and
Yeah.
whatnot.
So they don't have a lot of experience in the market yet, but
They're
their
a
pistols.
fairly recent company. Too.
Yeah, they have like four
Oh.
pistols, but they have a bunch. They have one like actual M4 gun. It's called the 6 Hour Pro Force MCX Virtus.
Yes, the MCX.
I'm sorry, I want the MPX-K variant. It's that little stubby one. I don't know if you've even seen it. But
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I
That'd be
saw it
sick
in like
to
a
have.
gun video or something, and it's like a little 9mm variant.
Wow, yeah,
It's
Ian
so-
Fulham
Beck.
watching Forgotten Weapons.
Oh,
Alright.
Ian.
All right,
Here's
so
your
gun
variants.
So Sig Air, where would we rank Sig Air?
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
Probably C tier, B minus.
I'd say it's a B minus. We are still waiting, but they don't make a bad product. That's for sure.
All right.
Like,
From what I've seen, they're pretty.
yeah, they're pretty
Good.
solid, and
they're,
they might.
They're new though.
Yeah.
They're new, but it seems like what they're doing is really good because they're taking a lot of notes on current guns and being like, what do people actually want? Unlike Umarex when they first started,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like some other gun companies are like, oh well, you know. But like, I'd say there's some gun companies that are just like, you know, we want to make an airsoft gun, but if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. Sig Air is one of them, and Glock's the other one.
Yeah.
They both
Believable.
went different routes, but what they're doing is
Same
really
with-
good.
Same with Chris International.
Yep.
With Crytek.
They went in, yeah. Chris International went in there and they're like, we're gonna make the best fucking gun that we can make.
That is true. All right, what's the next one?
Specna, your
It's
favorite.
S tier. S tier. There is no better gun.
You want to
at
beat
the $250 price point.
You want to beat the Aries. You want to beat Aries and beat what's the other company? I was already forgetting. it.
G&G.
Yeah, if you want to beat G&G and Aries, get yourself a Specna.
All right,
things
imagine
are
you would
great.
you want to get into airsoft, and somebody says to you, "All right, I got this gun for you. It's from a manufacturer that's not really known. It's pretty new, within the past probably 3 to 5 years.
Honestly,
But
probably
here,
younger.
it comes with an Orion gearbox and a Gate X ASR MOSFET built in, with a full metal construction.
Like, if you guys want to know how many
Probably
guns they have for sale on Evike, I count literally like 5.
And then it's $250.
Yep.
I'd probably say, what the hell is a MOSFET?
Yeah.
Exactly.
right.
Exactly, 'cause I'm
Nothing
not sure
here
either.
exceeds the point of 250.
Actually, when I first started getting back into it, people were telling me about this newer brand that makes solid guns, and I should get one of them, and that brand was Crytek. So
Yeah, but Crytek, they're expensive.
Yeah,
But if you
Crytek's
don't,
expensive.
but if you want a Crytek that's
well, I'm
cheap,
If you want Crytek performance for $100 less, you buy the spec.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't be afraid of new brands.
No.
yeah, don't be afraid of them.
Especially when these brands are sourcing parts from reputable people.
Yep. They even have currently they have a Go Airsoft package for like $250 to like $350 of
Oh boy.
of like a classic like M4 looking gun, right? It's nothing special. It has like the original like handguard.
Just a basic M4
It's
style.
a basic M4 that you'd see something Matrix makes, but
But it goes
for,
all
like-
the way up to like a SOP mod and like a CQB.
yeah, and those guns range from $120 by themselves. It's $120 to like $230. That's not even a bad price. And I don't know if these come with the Gate, but you're gonna get a solid gun no matter what. You're gonna get a nice gun if you get a Specna. So, you know what? I'll agree with you. Put it in S tier. Why not?
There you go.
We might be very biased in our selections here, but let's be honest.
But it's from experience.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Tippmann. Another new airsoft company. Not new company. New
to
airsoft.
Airsoft.
Yeah.
I have yet to use them, but they seem decent.
I've used Tippmann. I used some Tippmann guns, not very recently per se, but like I have some experience. Like I've borrowed some and played with them. I mostly know Tippmann from paintball, and they're one of the best paintball brands if you want to get into like woodsball. They are the only brand that you should buy if you're getting into woodsball, honestly.
They're like the SEMA of the paintball world.
Yeah.
Like the Tippmann 98 Custom is like your AK-47 that you can
it's a good gun.
drop
It's
and
cheap,
kick
and
yeah.
there's nothing bad about it. Or you can get the Tippmann A5, and that was a really good gun.
Yeah.
Or the Tippmann Kronos if you don't want to go into like the automatic route, but you still want something cheap that's good. Get a Kronos. When it comes to their airsoft lines, the quality is kept along. I've heard that they have some feeding issues sometimes and like some mag issues, but other than that, the guns are traditionally pretty solid.
They venture into like the HPA stuff. Like they have guns that come pre-installed with their HPA engines. Or wait, they might use Wolverine engines.
I don't know what they use, honestly.
They have
So
like
what would
some
be-
Tippmann HPA setup. So
Yeah, their HPA setup is basically just like they're the ones that do the CO2 and the stock.
yeah,
Right?
I like that though. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's a good way to do it. I think I'm gonna rate them as an A because they don't have a lot out. They're like we said, they're kind of new as well,
Okay.
but their
given
guns
their
are not
lineage
bad.
though, they're
Yeah.
solid. They're
So, A
solid
tier?
company.
Yeah, their lineage.
Or should we put them in B+ just because they don't make that much yet?
What they made is great, so I'd honestly say keep them an A.
All right, sounds good. What's next?
WeTech.
WeTech. That's a solid B+ tier.
Yeah.
Solid B+.
If you want a sidearm that is reliable and will work, and you can do really whatever the hell you want to.
Basically, the whole industry is based off of, or all of the
No, the
gas
whole-
pullback is based off of that.
No, they're based off of Tokyo Marui, which we will talk about because we.
But everything I've seen like selling them, all the pre-upgraded ones are just pre-upgraded WeTech. So I mean,
Yep.
as a starting platform, I don't think you can get much better, except for like an actual Tokyo Marui.
Yeah, like those guns are great. They're great. They're simple. They're easy. They're cool. There you go.
But you have to mod the heck out of them to make them useful here in the U.S. because they got crazy laws.
Restrictions.
Not the Tokyo, not WeTechs. WeTechs
Oh yeah,
are
yeah,
good.
no.
Tokyo Maruis, you do need to do a few things to
Yeah.
them.
Okay, what's next?
Well, we didn't get to talk about Classic Army that much, so bam, Classic Army.
I don't think any of us have owned a Classic Army. I haven't.
Back in the day, I followed them, and they've just been a very consistently solid company too. They just make like really high tier rifles, and my buddy had one back in the day that just lasted forever and
What would you
was solid.
What would you rank it?
I'd give them an A. They're definitely high end.
Okay.
Yeah, they also have a lineage of just good guns,
Yeah.
I remember that there was a time it's just like you just buy a Classic Army, they were
if you could
Crytek back
afford
then.
it, though.
Yeah.
they were the expensive ones. They were the Crytek.
They were the
back in day.
Crytek before Crytek came out, and they're just like, yeah, you just buy it and you're
And
good.
they're still good. They actually just released like a new 9mm AR pistol.
That's the new thing right
It's
now.
like the PXG9 or something, and it's a polymer version of the one they made. They make an ARP essentially, and they call it like the PXG or something. But
Oh,
from
yeah.
what I've heard, they're even better than the ARP9. So
All right. What's the next one we got?
HK. Technically Umarex, but
Umarex VFC. They're probably I'd give them a A tier. But that licensing swaps between VFC and KWA, so I don't think we should rate it.
all right. That's fair. That's
Next.
fair. Let's see here. I'm looking up another. I'd say IWI as well, but that's also by Umarex.
Yeah.
They do good, you know. The more I look at Umarex, I think they're doing really good for themselves. So, LCT.
That would be a solid A tier or A plus tier.
Honestly, I give it an S tier.
No, I don't give it an S tier for
Why
one
is
reason.
that?
Because they only make one type of gun.
Good.
They make it good. It's. I feel like
Their version 3 gearboxes are
they are
solid.
the Crytek
of AKs.
Of AKs, so I will
Yeah.
put it A plus right with it.
No, I'm gonna say S tier, man. Like,
The AK-12 is sick.
all right,
I will
fine.
say it.
Where's Crytek on ours?
A plus.
Give it to it. Like, let's be honest.
I think we should also put Arcturus in there as well, because the Arcturus AKs are just. I watched a review on it, and the Arcturus AK-12 is just as good, if not better, than the LCT AK-12. So put that
Alright.
right
I
there.
have to go back on record though and say I still think the Crytek deserves an S tier.
I agree.
If we're gonna, you're giving LCT S?
No,
Oh, okay.
LCT's in it. A plus.
Tokyo Marui.
I don't know.
Tokyo Marui is an S tier.
Grandpa brand.
I don't-
It's a great gun.
Everything is based off of Tokyo Marui specs.
They've proven their worth, even though all their guns are plastic made, like with metal internals.
I think
they've-
just for the influence that they've had on the
Continue
hobby,
to have their guns are solid.
they are
they-
literally the industry standard. So I
Yep.
think they should be S tier.
That being said, though, I don't know if I'd ever own one
I don't think
because
so
of the
either.
price and the amount of upgrading I'd have to do.
That's
though.
the only bad part about them is their price.
Yeah,
Like their upgrades, I don't mind doing it because
see,
you
that's
can
the-
get really cool with them.
that's the thing, though. When you buy a Crytek, yeah, you're paying a high price, but you're getting an upgraded gun that's gonna be a field burner right out of the box.
You're
you
not
know?
wrong there.
And if you, with the Tokyo Marui, you get it,
Mhm.
and you're like, sweet, I got a Tokyo Marui, but then you're like,
I gotta do all
I
this
gotta
work.
do all this upgrading, and I gotta buy all these, I'm assuming, expensive upgrade parts. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that, but it's just
So
you
it's
have
either
the
A plus
upgrade.
or S tier.
You have the upgrade after the high initial entry price, and that's a big deterrent.
So
I'm not
plus then.
I'm not the biggest techer. I dabble with it, but man, if I'm buying an expensive gun, I just want it to work.
All right.
Yeah.
A plus it is then.
All right. Let's see. We had a few more. Give me 2 more seconds to go ahead and bring this up here.
A.P.S. Oh wait, no. A.P.S. already has its own tier. A piece of shit tier.
That was rude, but true. Did we
not
want
letting
to talk
them
about
forget.
Novrich?
I think they're just pre-upgraded TMs though.
Novrich? No, they're not. They're his own guns that they based off Tokyo Marui spec. Yes.
Okay,
but
I don't own one. The only person I know who owns one is you.
Yeah,
What
I
would
got
you
the
say?
SSX23, and I mean, the performance is incredible.
I didn't know you had this. Where is it?
Oh, it's in my closet, I think.
You must
Compare
show me.
it, so with the parts, or not with the parts, with the money that you would spend on it compared to what you get out of it, what would you rank it?
I mean, a lot of people argue against it, but I think I'd rate it S tier because you are essentially buying a fully upgraded rifle or whatever, airsoft platform. It's got the maple leaf hop up, it's got the Type 4 barrel,
It's got all the goodies.
it's got everything. It's built.
It's the
to be
definition of a
awesome.
pre-upgraded gun. There's
Exactly.
not much you can do after that.
And I believe they are actually manufacturing their own parts. Like, they just released a SSG-10 A3 variant, and they got their own custom Maple Leaf, stock for it. Like, they had Maple Leaf make it for them.
Interesting.
So, I don't know.
So they're sourcing good parts.
They're
so.
sourcing good parts, and they're making solid platforms.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll put them at S tier. All right, Ray. What is next on the
That-
list?
Is it?
That's it.
That's it.
Well, nothing ended up in the E or F tier.
Yeah, there's just not many of those, huh?
No, there's not.
I mean, that's a good thing. That means that the market is very healthy. Actually, there is one.
JG. JG is a solid E tier.
We can. All right, bring up JG and Well, I guess.
JG and Well are E
tiers.
tiers.
Like, have you ever had a JG or a Well gun?
Galaxy Arms is a solid F.
Yeah, put them in there. Oh, my favorite, UK Arms.
UK Arms.
UK Arms, S tier.
That's down with A.P.S.
No.
They deserve their own special circle of airsoft hell.
Yeah, they're an F. They're in an F tier. Nothing is as bad as an A.P.S. because when you buy an A.P.S, you see this thing and it looks so sick.
It looks like a great gun.
And you buy it and you run one mag through it and you're like, this thing is the shit.
And then you run the second mag.
And it breaks. And you go, what the absolute hell is going on?
Yeah, no,
I literally put one mag through this thing and now it's broken.
At least if you get like a UK Arms or a Wells, you know that you're getting a solid piece of shit.
You pull the bolt back and the bolt just comes out and you're like, okay, it's a UK Arms. The A.P.S.
Money well
is
spent.
Yeah, the A.P.S.
Nice,
will shoot
$20 or
and
less. Probably like $5.
Glad I used my stimmy for this.
If you use your stimmy on an A.P.S, give me the rest of your stimmy.
You
You don't deserve it anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Sheesh. So bad.
I'd rather buy
So
a UK
bad.
Arms.
I'll take
You'd at least
Galaxy
get
Arms.
That
good,
UK
like,
Arms
GoPro
RPG, that'd be
footage or
funny.
Oh yeah.
Some memes out of it.
Yeah,
Oh for sure.
Ugh, I just
for
said memes.
sure.
Memes.
Ugh.
What? Alright.
Meme soft.
Alrighty. Well, that is our tier list. That's the Going
That's our
Dark
tier
Airsoft
list.
tier list.
Yeah.
So we're gonna post this on the Instagram and the Facebook. If you agree with us,
God, we're gonna type that or something. Your writing is horrendous.
Sign of a creative mind.
No,
Sign
it's
of a
not.
creative mind.
Oh yes, it is a creative mind because I run the show. Anyway, what?
Nothing.
What?
Never mind. Nothing. Don't worry about it. fuckface.
Turbulence within the GDA community
Oh,
now.
yes.
Yeah, we'll share this with you guys if you agree with us. Let us know if you disagree with us.
Let us know if we missed any brands, because I feel like we definitely did.
definitely.
Oh, for sure. There's so many brands. Like, ooh, what's Desert Tech? Where would Desert Tech be?
Oh.
What's a gun that
S
they
tier. The
Silverback?
Silverback.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
That's
if you
the
can,
pinnacle,
if
you
you
can
really
afford
want to
it.
buy a gun from Desert Tech.
And then you throw in that CO2 system or whatever
Oh.
it has. And
Yeah, I guess if you're crazy and you're just like, what's the next thing I could buy beyond the Crytek?
I was considering using my stimulus check for one of those, but
Yeah, it's hard to
I have bills
justify,
to
dude.
pay.
Yeah, those are cool though, and I can't wait for the what is it called?
Dytac, they're fairly new.
Dytac's pretty good. From what I've heard, the Dytac AKs are like a slightly nicer SEMA.
I've heard that their M4s are pretty decent.
Let's rate them as a C tier.
Hi, Dytac.
Hi, Dytac.
We would gladly take a sponsorship from you.
Yes, for sure.
Just because I'm super curious about you.
Yeah, I haven't been on like.
Change my mind.
Change my mind.
Yeah, A.P.S. I dare you.
Yeah, let us
Change
know
my fucking mind.
if we've missed anything on here.
UK Arms, change our minds.
Yeah, UK Arms, come on.
Please, for the love of God, UK Arms, don't even bother
Dude,
contacting
they're
Oh,
us.
just-
no, I
This is
want
just
UK
gonna-
Arms to send us shit.
This is gonna be the biggest troll in like airsoft history. UK Arms is just gonna come out with like an M4 or something that just like blows Crytek out of the water.
It's gonna be Crytek quality and performance at a $150 price point.
Beats
and
the
everybody's gonna shit
Specna,
themselves.
beats the Crytek. Like, there's nothing better than this gun.
No, it'll be
We
hilarious.
perfected the art of MSG.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure you get like MSG exposure when you open those boxes.
I'm
Or you get
whatever
almost
that
positive.
smell
That's how
is.
coronavirus came to the
Oh,
U.S.
UK Arms.
UK Arms.
We discovered.
What?
Actually, no,
Who's the YouTuber? Revention or something like
I
that?
don't
Yeah.
know.
This motherfucker fucked
yes.
us.
Yeah, it's Rev. Yep.
Yeah, I love Rev. He's so good.
His reviews.
Well, actually, no. I think if I remember right, A.P.S. actually brought over the coronavirus.
Oh yeah, of course. It's
No.
always APS's fault.
It's always A.P.S.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
100% A.P.S. did it. End of story. Good night.
We might need to do like an attachment / gear thing as well. But then again, it's kind of hard to rate attachments and gear.
Oh,
Yeah, it's difficult.
That's
Though I will
picking.
say, Vulcan is probably pretty down there.
Yeah.
I've never used it.
Valken, VALKEN.
Well, yeah, I know they are. I've just never used it.
Yeah, everything that they make is primarily geared towards paintball, and they don't make bad products for paintball either. But
What is it? I think I've used Voodoo before. I think that's one of the companies. No, it's not Voodoo. Or something. I don't know.
Either way,
some Brass Eagle equipment.
Just buy the real
oh,
stuff.
that's right. I forgot Double Eagle and Snow
Oh.
Wolf.
The
no.
Snow Wolf M98 is sick.
Really?
It looks so cool.
Snow Wolf. I really don't know what you make, but
You're
Double
an
Eagle,
E
you're a piece
tier.
of shit.
E tier.
Double Eagle. Where's fucking UK Arms? Where is
Double
that?
Eagle and UK Arms should collaborate.
F
I
minus.
Oh,
think we
yeah.
Come up with some good
They
stuff.
are the F minus tier.
No, there's nothing in the APS slot except APS.
There's nothing in the APS in the piece of shit slot besides APS, because it literally stands for a piece of shit.
They should have thought about that.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Marketing, APS.
Airsoft professional
POS.
service. No, it's all your pockets are empty with an S.
Sultry. Oh wait, not sultry. That's the wrong word.
All of our products are stolen. I don't know.
Man, I wish I could just take some of their body kits and just put it on better guns.
Proprietary gearbox.
If I can just get their skeletonized body kit
It's so-
and just put it in a Crytek in it. Ooh.
like we were talking about earlier, they
I'd
look
cry.
so sick, but they are such trash. Like you've been with me when we've taken apart my
Yup.
A.P.S. AK, and that piece of shit is like so proprietary. I can't use any of my A.P.S. AK parts with my SEMA AK.
There's nothing
Yeah.
you can use.
There's
with
literally
it.
nothing I can do. I can't even put the dust cover on.
Yep, it's a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit.
Through and through.
Yep.
Thus
And you've
will
got
say.
like 3 APS guns, don't you?
I've got 2 APS guns. I've got the AK, which I should have never bought. I got the pistol from an open box special, so I didn't know I was getting it, but I ended
And
up
I
with
got an AW custom Glock.
Screw you. And then I've got my Thunder
Same
Bees.
box.
And my Thunder Bees know that I hate them because they're made by APS, so they never go off.
But for everybody else, I
That's
think that's
funny,
the only
'cause
good product that.
I literally just bought one of those grenade kits from Cody at Sky RC,
Yeah.
and mine works flawlessly.
I think that's like one of the only good things that APS has ever made is the Thunder Bees. Their best
I have a
contribution.
blast with them.
Their best contribution to the Airsoft Society. It's not even bad. It's really good. Like if you don't want to spend the money on like a Cyclone or like any of those other
Tagons
Enola
are so expensive.
Yeah,
They're
just-
so cool. But
Thunder Bees are sick, man.
Spend the money,
Yeah, Thunder Bees
buy
are cheap.
EGs, and make sure to put in the ASAP podcast code when you buy your EGs.
What the hell is that? You can't do free marketing for other podcasts.
I'm trying to get good with them. Also, if you like our show, go listen to Task Force Podcast Saturday nights on YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
They're no longer on Spotify, which is big sad. But, you know, until they actually get sponsors that pay for the show upload, they're going to be on YouTube. So,
Honestly, we should do the same.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, go give those 2 guys a listen. And, yeah, and then the Gorilla Airsoft Podcast. But anyways, good night, everybody. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Going Dark Airsoft. Email us at goingdarkairsoft@gmail.com.
Follow Cody at
Follow Cody.
Wildcat Airsoft.
Do it.
Do it.
And you're cool.
Do your plug.
Just go to YouTube, search the Wildcat Airsoft. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, do it. I have a bunch of cool videos and a bunch more coming soon, so
And it's pretty good stuff.
I try.
And also, you know, just a word of warning, or not a word of warning, just a word of advice before we sign off for the night. If you want to be an S tier player in Airsoft,
Call your fucking hits.
there we
Damn
go.
straight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.